Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool.
All right, everyone. Hope you can hear me okay. We're actually on the freeway doing about 70, so it's a little bit of road noise, but a little different video today. Decided to take a bit of a trip. So it is January 21st, 2023, and we've got king tides, which is like big high tides at the coast. Something I've never gone and photographed, so I kind of planned on doing it this weekend. I'd actually planned on going Monday, because there's typically a crowd. Monday's less of a crowd for this event. We got weather rolling in today, but after talking to a photography friend last night and looking at charts, today is the day to go. Monday, even though it's still king tides, it may not be worth it, but that's a whole nother story. So, packed up the camera gear, packed a lunch, and then kind of just jumped in the 4Runner to go. It's about a 3-hour drive to where I want to go photograph. I only live an hour from the coast, but the location I want to go try to get this shot is about 3 hours away. A couple stops in between, nothing too exciting. I'm actually heading to Portland right now because I have to go through Portland to get to where I want to go. And I'm going to stop at the Columbia outlet, just look at codes. Not exciting stuff, but a couple small stops. We'll be, hopefully with timing right, so high tide's just after noon. So in 4 hours, we should be there right at high tide. And according to the charts, the king waves will be the best between 1 and 4. So we should have plenty of time to get there and set up. I'm not going to stay there for 3 hours. I don't expect to be there very long at all, actually, to get the shot I want. And then a couple stops on the way home. So anyways, figured I'd take you guys along. Again, not the normal video, but might be kind of fun, might be kind of interesting. And we'll see how it goes. All right, one more thing, guys. So it is 36 degrees here right now, and it's not going to be much warmer there. But it's January in the Northwest, so it is what it is. It's really foggy here right now. You can see that. And part of my timing, it might make more sense when we get there. I just checked. It is currently... Sorry, it's radar detector going off. It is currently raining where I'm going, but it is supposed to clear up around noon to 1. The winds will pick up, which is going to help clear it up, but that's part of the reason I'm timing it like now this. So if you're thinking, why is he going to photograph this when it looks like this out here? I have to go over the mountain range, totally different weather, and I'm watching it. So if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but we're going to go try. So going to just enjoy my coffee and the drive here. Got about 30 minutes until we get to the Columbia store to walk in. Hopefully should get there perfect because they're going to open at 9, which is when we're going to get there. Hopefully it won't be a line. So, we'll see you in a bit. All right, so stop number 1. Again, nothing exciting. Columbia Sportswear Employee Store. It's 8:59. They open at 9 o'clock. So, for those of you not familiar, Columbia Sportswear, pretty well-known manufacturer based out of the Northwest. I think they started in Portland. Anyways, this is the employee store. All right, just spent way too much time in the Columbia store. Didn't get anything. There's some decent deals in there, but every time I grab something, like, oh, I'll get this, I realized I already have it. So I did good. I didn't buy anything just because it was cheap, and it's packed in there right now. People are going crazy, which, I mean, there's deals, but there's not go crazy deals. Anyways, we are 2 hours from the spot, and it's snowing. When I was waiting in line, somebody goes, it's going to start snowing at 10 o'clock, and everybody laughed, and it's 10 o'clock, and it's snowing. So while it won't amount to anything here, we have to drive over the coast range, so I'm curious what that looks like. I'm not worried. We're going to make it, but it just might slow things down. So anyways, it is 9:56, and we have a 2-hour and 10-minute drive, so that puts us, we'll show up literally at high tide. So let's get on the road. Oh, and I am going to stop at one more store because I do need a replacement coat. There's a Helly Hansen outlet in Seaside, which is where I got my last coat. So we'll stop by there, and worst case, we can stop by Columbia again because they're open till 8 tonight. So pass is still good to get in later. All right, so we're starting our climb up, and still 36 degrees, and lots of clean rigs coming this way. But there was just a couple that came down covered in snow, so I don't know where they were playing. I don't anticipate that, but Man, it sure is beautiful going through here. So anyways, just starting up over the Coast Range. Alright, so we haven't made it to the summit yet, but we've gained elevation. We got snow and fog. But I can see that it's getting brighter. I do believe that the sun is shining at the coast, or at least it will be soon. I mean, it's 10:30, so 34 degrees, then a good group of cars. It's kind of a weird traveling thing through here is you get people who are in a hurry, and then you get people that want to just get there safely. Unfortunately, I'm surrounded by people who want to get there safely, so we're just doing, well, let's call it 55 miles an hour, 34 degrees. It's not slick, but you know, better safe than sorry. Let's go cautiously. We could do 70 or 80, but it won't get us there much faster. So, all right, just hit the summit. It's actually dropped down to 30 degrees, but it's come back up to 34 and has been nothing but rain for the past few miles. Didn't record because it's not exciting, and got into some slick spots and was just concentrating on driving to be safe. So anyways, over the summit, downhill in the rain, and on to the next spot. All right, over the pass, and we're pulling into Seaside. We're gonna come back through Seaside, so I don't think we're gonna spend any time here now. But it's clearing up. There's some blue sky out there, and I think our timing is gonna work out good. So, plan is to stop at the Helly Hansen outlet up here. Hopefully they're open. Check it out, and then continue on to Cape Disappointment, where I want to go photograph. So we're about an hour from there. We got to head north a bit, go to Seaside, or I'm sorry, go through Seaside, up to Astoria, then cut over across the Columbia into Washington State, and it's right up there. So I'm actually going to wait to get to Washington to get gas, because then I can pump my own gas, and yeah, let's keep going. All right, guys, so we've been at Helly Hansen for almost an hour, and they got me. It's whatever. They always got good deals here, but I got these insulated Helly Hansen pants, which I just decided to wear when I left, because let's see, the ones that I've got, the legendary pants, $200, marked down to $40. Couldn't say no to that. And then I got these other ones, which I'm not sure, they're a little different, but they I don't think they're as insulated, but they're still Helly Hansen waterproofs, 160 marked down to 30. So yeah, figured we're going out to where it's going to be maybe a little bit rainy out there. Why not? So all right, we've got 50 minutes to get to the spot. We're going to head there, and then I'm going to eat some breakfast that I brought, because, well, it's, I guess, a whole other story, but it's noon, so I can eat. Let's just say 3 months ago, I wouldn't have fit into these pants. So anyways, let's get on the road and head up there. All right, so we just drove through Gearhart. There's actually an entrance to the beach there to drive on it. You can drive pretty far up to Warrenton, but weird situation. 2 whales washed up last week, and I don't know what the deal is on getting around them or exactly where they are. And it's high tide, and the entrance to the beach in Warrenton was covered in logs this week. Some weird tides, to the point where some pretty built Jeeps weren't getting through. I seen folks were clearing it yesterday. So plan is, let's go up and get the photo of the waves, and then on our way back down, if we can get on the beach in Warrenton, maybe we'll go see the whales, at least go check out the shipwreck of the Peter Iredale, so I can show you guys that. Probably drive down the beach to Gearhart, and then jump back onto Seaside. So anyways, it's a little bit of blue sky. It's getting better. I think our timing and planning's worked out perfect. Okay, we're in Warrenton, and funny story, I believe that Charlotte still has a 24-hour pool and sauna. They used to, but you can see it in the distance there. That's the bridge that goes from Astoria across the Columbia into Washington, so we're going to cross that in a minute. Sorry, we got to cross another bridge here first that actually crosses from Warrenton goes over a bay and into Astoria. We'll go through Astoria, and then we'll cross that big bridge you can see over there. So, all right, back to driving. Alright guys, just crossed into Washington. Coming across the bridge was fun. I'm not gonna say sketchy because it's plenty safe, but let's just say I wouldn't have answered a phone call if somebody called while I was going across it. That was a pay attention. It is windier than all could be. So we're looking at the Columbia River on our left, and this water's been splashing up over the road. So like I said, I can see a barge out there. Basically, where the Columbia dumps into the Pacific Ocean. So, 20 minutes, we'll be at the parking lot. We can talk more. All right, everyone, we're 2 minutes from the parking spot. I actually didn't realize it was a pass area. I need a discovery pass. I'm gonna go buy one. It's raining hard. I've lived in the Northwest my whole life, and this is as hard as you ever see it rain. Again, we're right where the Columbia River and the Pacific Ocean meet, so it's expected. I can actually see blue sky, but man, it was a windy, rainy road to get here, so I didn't film or much of anything other than just pay attention to drive safe, because you have to. So, I'm going to brave this rain, try to get over there, get a discovery pass, and then keep going. All right, got our discovery pass. All right, so like I said, it's crowded. The main parking lot's full, which is fine because I'd mapped going to the overflow. But all the people walking on the road are carrying cameras and tripods. So here's the overflow. Let's pull in. Over to the next one because they're angled parking. Oh yeah, there's like 50 people here set up to take pictures. That's what I expected. It's fine. So let's yeah. All right, here's the situation. Not a situation, here's where we're at. It's 1:15. High tide is basically now. King tides are in effect. I don't know if you can hear that wind. It is rocking the Forerunner. It's raining, but not bad. I'm gonna go out in a second here, and it's supposed to die off within the hour. So I've kind of just been waiting it out a little bit because I'm watching everybody else suffer and struggle. But whatever, I got a Helly Hansen jacket and Helly Hansen pants, right? Let's go out in the rain. I'm gonna go check it out and see where I want to be. I see people all along this pier here. But anyways, we're gonna go out there, scope it out. You probably won't be able to hear me because it's so windy, so I will just try to record to show you guys what it's like, but not talk. And let's go from there. Been here about an hour. There it is back there, and I am freaking cold. So, got some blue skies. Show it. Let's go somewhere else. All right, guys, back at the Forerunner, trying to warm up. My hands are so cold I can barely search anything on the phone. Camera's soaking wet, but it's not the first time. It's weather sealed for the most part. But this Peak Design bag leaked through, which is, I thought they weren't supposed to do. I've never had one do that. So anyways, I've just got stuff opened up here on the seat to dry off. Gonna drink a Celsius, eat a sandwich, and I think let's head down to the shipwreck of the Peter Iredale, Fort Stevens. We're kind of backtracking now. Let's go see what's going on down there. We got 2.5 hours of sunlight left at the most. So let's make the best of it. All right, can we just talk about how crazy it is for a second that
2:25 p.m.
Okay, thank you, watch. How randomly it is. I got pants at Helly Hansen when that's not what I wanted to get. And I'm so glad I had them because it was raining the whole time. Like, everybody's drenched. I got drenched, except for my legs are perfectly dry and actually warm. My jacket, which is like a 6 or 7 year old Helly Hansen, has done just fine. The only thing that's really cold is my hands. And I have gloves that I should have worn because I could have operated my camera with them still. But anyways, holy crud. I'm so happy I have these pants because I was wearing jeans. bought these pants and just put them on when I bought them. So glad I did. So anyways, 40 minutes to the shipwreck of the Peter Iredale. Let's see if we can get to it. I don't know if we can drive down to it right now, but we're gonna find out. All right, just look how crazy rainy it is. It is so rainy and windy. So we're just heading out of Oahu now. And man, I can't believe the rain has picked up this bad. I don't know if it's because you get to the south of the jetty that the lighthouse is on and you're not protected from the weather anymore, or if this rolled in and all the guys back there still taking photographs are getting hit with it. Either way, I'm glad not to be in it, so keep going. I'm gonna pay attention to the road here. All right, back into Astoria, and first bit of no rain. It has been just a downpour windy mess to get to this point. A lot of you might recognize Astoria if you're not from the area, because it was where several movies were made. The Goonies seems to be a very popular one. I've never seen it. I know the Goonies has been in the news a lot lately because the Goonies house just sold. New owners want to make it a tourist attraction, I believe. But I always say the movie that was filmed here that I remember is Kindergarten Cop. So anyways, we're in Astoria. I'm trying to be careful here. And we're heading to Fort Stevens, which I think is only like 10-15 minutes away. And it's nice to see a little bit of good weather. That's the first real good weather we've seen. So let's get across this bridge, and still need to get fuel, but we're good. So anyways, yeah, let's get to the shipwreck. All right, so we made it to Fort Stevens, stopped and fueled up. Got 16 miles a gallon on that tank for anybody who cares. And here we are in Fort Stevens, kind of just in the entrance of it. Pretty cool place. I don't know all the history of it, but there's I want to say World War II. This was a base used to defend the Pacific coast up here. The landscape has changed a lot, so some of the pictures of this place with the big cannons and everything are different than they look now. I'm not going to go tour all that stuff in this video. I've done it all before. It's actually really cool. Just because we're running out of daylight. Sun's broke out, so it's nice. And we're gonna get down here to the beach here in a second, and we should be able to see the shipwreck from the parking lot, if I recall, and kind of gauge if anybody's down there, because you can drive down there, assuming the entrance is open. Like I said, it was plugged up with logs, so let's get up here and kind of get an idea of what we can do. If we can get on the beach, we'll get on the beach and drive several miles down to Gearhart on the sand. So let's see. Looks like there's been a little bit of flooding of sorts. And they're heading to the beach entrance, but I'm gonna go up here and get our eyes on some things first. Kind of decide, man, it is windy. Oh, there's a whole, boy, they changed it since last time I was here. I don't know if you can drive up there or not. We're gonna, I don't know. Let's cruise around here and see what we can see. All right, so, okay, there's the whale, and there are people down there, so we can get on the beach. There's the shipwreck. I don't know if we can drive to the shipwreck, but we can definitely walk to it. So let me go to the actual entrance. Since there's vehicles down there, I know we can get down there, unless they came from the other side, but let's get down there. All right, so it looks like the entrance is impassable. It's got still all jammed up with all these logs and everything. I'm not gonna say impassable, but we're not gonna try it. So we'll go back to where we were. That's pretty out there. And let's walk down there some. Okay, it is windy. There's another white TRD over there. He's trying to find a way down there too. I think there's another entrance a few miles down, so we're gonna go down there or see if we can find a way on. Man, that's beautiful. Because yeah, there are people down there, and I'm assuming they're getting on over there, but it's so windy you can't hardly stand up. It's hard to stand out there, so let's see if we can get around it. Alright, we're coming up on Delray Beach, which is here by the golf course. This is a really neat area. There's actually a couple like condos here that I've stayed in before that are really nice. So, let's see, beach access. It says we can't go that way, but we can go, I don't know, I feel like we can get on the beach here. Let's check. No parking, on beach access. Oh yeah, we're good here. Let this guy come up and then we will cruise down. It is gorgeous out. Got the sunset coming through the clouds. This GMC coming up. I don't even think we're gonna need four-wheel drive because it looks dang near paved the whole way. So. No, somebody's coming up. I guess they didn't want to wait. Tide should be going out, so should not be any issues. Man, it is so nice out. Yeah, literally cars come out here. Funny story. Many years ago, I got on the beach up at the Shipwreck, and it was tricky in my Jeep. And figured let's drive south, see if there's a way to come off the beach. I was passing some pretty built rigs, and eventually passed a minivan. I thought, whatever, minivans get crazy sometimes. Then literally a vintage Porsche. Some guy laying by tanning, and that's when we discovered there was another entrance. So let's see if we can cruise up the beach some here. It's a little soft. We're wishing and washing, but I'm also kind of staying up here a little bit higher so everybody going the other way has plenty of clearance. Gotta watch out for holes that people dig. And we're just gonna cruise up this coastline for a bit. Probably take 10 or 15 minutes. There's literally a Kia. We just passed a Kia. So yeah, that's what it's like driving on this stretch of beach. Anybody can do it. So yeah, we're just gonna cruise up, see if we can get to the whale. All right, so we've been cruising up the beach 10-15 minutes, and I believe we're almost there. We're actually, it's weird, I've never had great luck with GPS on my tablet out here. My phone says we're getting close. Again, we're literally on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. So just been kind of driving and watching the ground because there's little natural, like, they're not ditches, but they're just like where water drains back into the ocean. You definitely don't want to hit too hard, so we're almost there. Keep cruising up here. All right, so I actually think this we're coming up on is the second whale that washed up. If it's not the whale, it's a big driftwood, so I guess maybe I shouldn't speak that soon, but there's been 2 whales washed up right here in the last week that they say is pure coincidence. One I know was killed, so this got hit by a ship. It's not a whale, people are climbing on it. It's a big old piece of driftwood. If they're climbing on it, there's something wrong. I wouldn't be climbing on a dead whale. They say not to even touch it because they don't want to spread any disease from it, but that's a big old stump. That's pretty crazy. All right, false alarm. It's definitely not a whale. It's a big old piece of like petrified driftwood or shit. Wow. We might stop and take a picture of that, but I want to get up here. And I think that this is the knoll. All right, so there is whale number 1. And what's interesting is there's people getting on the beach where we were parked earlier. I could have swore it said you're not supposed to do, but they did. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe you can. So we might actually jump off there, but we'll see. So I'm gonna cruise up here to the Peter Iredale. I'd kind of like to get a photo of it with the sunset since we're here. Even though it's super windy. We'll see if we can get around all the people. And I don't know where the other whale is. I think it might be further north. Maybe we'll keep going. We've probably got 20 minutes before that sun goes down, maybe 30. Let me check my watch. Oh, we got 30 minutes. There's a guy taking a picture of his new Tundra at the Shipwreck. Not mad at that. So, all right, let's just cruise up a little more, and we're following another white 5th gen. So, you know, we're everywhere.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy.